Welcome to it. I changed about the settings again, so I'm not sure if the audio is going to be as good as it was before, or better, or worse. Could be any which way. So let's just quickly go into funworld. Perfect. Of course, when I start recording, I need to what do you even call that? Clear my throat. That's it. That's what you. I need to clear my throat, and I forget all the words. This morning or is it evening? Not sure. Not sure. I'm really paranoid about the sound levels because I changed them so much. I think it might actually be quieter now. Well, we'll see. You give me feedback. Alright, so instead of in the morning, as I have been recording so far on this road trip, I'm now recording in the evening. I have a bit of time, and I'm probably recording at least one, but if everything goes well, then two. That's like my attempt to plant blueberries, but that didn't work out. Oh, I should look. Generally I prefer to record in the morning. And that's how I prefer to do it. I like to go to the gym and record a bit of video, lay out some thoughts, and bada bing, bada boom, everything's good. This is ugly. This is ugly. Oh no. Okay. Sad little day. Good though. Banger. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-dum. Something like that. Oh, it is nice. Okay. My plan for do a couple more questions. Like a compass. And I think I will do that. Very smartfully. Lost my notes. Good. I'll just quickly get them. I hope I won't get attacked from the back. Just stab me in the front, you cowards. Okay. Where were we? Ah yeah, okay, so the next question on the political compass is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay. That's a cool question. We've all heard that one before. Can I just eat this beetroot? I can just eat this beetroot. Amazing. Well, the enemy of my beetroots is definitely not my friend. My enemy. Good they don't have pests in the game, right? At least I don't think they do. Oh, beetroot. Those are not. Are those done? I think these aren't done. These are done, right? They were not done. He had made a huge mistake. Oh well. So yeah, enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, no. No, obviously not, right? I mean, it's definitely not. Ooh, broke me leg, broke me leg. Let's do some mining. It's like mining, it's so relaxing. I have so much useless stuff. Everything. Not useless, actually useful stuff. Let's just. In the last episodes, I was doing such a nice job of organizing. Now I'm just like, I want to get rid of it all. Goodbye. Okay. I keep my coal low, actually. Okay. So, well, one thing that the saying makes me think of is something that I'm kind of wary of generally, which is that often we seem to define ourselves by our enemies, who we disagree with. And it's like a very team sports kind of thing, you know. You are for, I don't know, you're for Manchester United, and I am rooting for the LA Lakers, but we can't be friends. Something like that, you know. That happens all the time. You hear it again and again. Families torn apart because of this famous rivalry. It's just brutal. I mean, I don't even want to go into it. Too sad. Oh no, I'm lost. Let's just go down here. We're making like a labyrinth we will never ever get out of again. It'll be so fun. Yeah, so in German we say fun by the side. And so let's put the fun by the side. You know, with that LA Lakers example. I shouldn't do that. But that's German face. Okay, that is a real problem though. Like, right, and I feel like in US politics it's very pronounced. Where like everything the Democrats want, the Republicans don't want, and the opposite way. It's just a very strong team sports, and there's always a reason for it. It's not like there's an easy just reach across the aisle, right? Like there's very real differences there that need to be addressed, and that would have to be fixed in order to actually mend some aspects of this. But still, I don't think it is good to just in a knee-jerk way define yourself just against just in just by whatever your perceived enemy thinks. Okay, so this is obviously it's just like I said, it's what I think of first when thinking of enemies, but it's not really what the question is about, right? The question is more, are if I do have a specific enemy, is that person or well, I mean, I guess it could be a concept. My enemy is mostly concepts. I hate concepts. But is the enemy of that enemy concept my friend? And no, I wouldn't say so, right? Like, I mean, there can definitely be cases where both the enemy and the enemy of my enemy are my enemies. Right? I mean, like, you know, there's no rule in that sense that you have to be allied with someone. Like, for example, let's say, well, let's go straight to Hitler. That's always the no, that just makes things more clear. So if we have Hitler, and Hitler's my enemy, not a fan of him, and then we have other Hitler on the other side, and they don't like each other. That does not mean that other Hitler is my friend, right? They are both my enemy. Very specific example, very realistic. I think you get what I do think that knowing what someone against is an interesting indication about them, though. It might be something, they like, if this person is like, oh, I really hate Hitler. Now I'm like, okay, that's good. I mean, that's pretty broad. Everyone should, but like, I don't know. They're like, I just really hate against concepts as enemies. I really hate poverty. The concept of poverty. It's my enemy. It's like, okay, maybe we can work together on something. We might be allies in some ways, and let's see what else we like and dislike, and maybe we can even become friends. But just this one fact is probably not enough. I'm like, what was his name? Tay Sunday. You can't see that, but I think it was, the chocolate rain guy. He seems pretty cool. But he would always go away from the microphone. That's what I'm doing now. Because I'm breathing too loud, and so I'm trying to go away from the microphone when that's happening. You probably wouldn't even know if I hadn't said that. That's new. We're good and truly lost. Great. Let's go down there. So, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think that well, that's a disagree from me, definitely. Is it a strong disagree? I don't know. That's very difficult. Like I said, there's a bunch of nuance there. So let's move on to the moss and clay ball. Very nice. Yeah, of course. Okay. All right. Okay, what is the next question? Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. That's an interesting question, in especially current times, and also always. I'll just quickly check the levels one more time because my paranoia is flaring up again. Seems okay. Seems alright. And I've also been speaking for 30 minutes. Ooh. You're still here? Well done. Okay, so first of all, I'm not an expert on international law. I listened to a couple podcasts on it and forgot most things. But in terms of war that's justified in the international law, I think there is no war that's justified. Like if we take like the UN Charter, that's what it's called in English, I think. I don't think there's any aggression that's justified, is there? I don't know. I mean, like maybe like the peacekeeper missions and stuff. Is that? I mean, that's not a war though. So I don't know. Would have to figure that out more specifically. So from my point of view, I think I'm mostly in line with like the understanding of international law as guarding peace. And the one question is then like how does it actually work in reality, where clearly often more strong countries taking what they want to take or doing what they want to do, and weak. Well, it's the famous old Greek adage, right? Like the strong do as they want, the weak suffer what they must. Perfectly butchered by me, and that just seems to be the reality in international relations a lot of the time. Although, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want to go into like the kind of idea about Pax Romana in terms of the United States hegemony. Probably could talk about a little bit. I think maybe it's better to talk like in a more abstract way, in the sense that I do think like war should be something that doesn't happen. People suffer under it immensely. If it happens, then it's good if there's like some rules observed, like we have in international law, the Geneva Convention, for example, or Statute of Rome, things like that, or well, the UN Charter, I guess. And and then also in the sense of like partaking in like some sort of warning actions, like in defense, this makes a lot of sense, right? Like more than any sort of aggression, definitely. But then the question is always like, who gets to define this? Like, and we live in this anarchic world of international relations, and so unless if you don't have the power to make your point of view the dominant one, then and anyone else can just have their own view in a way. We can talk about like what is true and what is real, but it might not have any effects on the real world. This is other adage. Where was it? Oh, right, yeah. We always say like history is written by the victors, and I mean that is basically what I was trying to get there. If someone like clearly wins and they get to decide the new rules, they can justify anything afterwards in a way, but to me, in a moral sense, obviously it's not justified. So I mean, I've been kind of like going on and on there about a lot of very different aspects of this topic. Thank you. Kind of get my view though, and so in terms of the question itself, which again is military action that defies international law, is sometimes justified as like, I guess from what I think the test is trying to get to, I would say I disagree, because I do think there is also like exceptions made for things like genocide and like that. Although, well, I guess like in real terms again, the question would be something like what NATO did in the Kosovo War, and because that I think is against international law generally. I think people would mostly agree with that. I don't know, but at least in Western countries, seen as mostly unacceptable use because it prevented, because the argument goes, it prevented more harm from being done. On the other hand, I think at least Russia, whether truly believing this or opportunistically, disagrees with that point of view, and so seem to some other countries who might not be as interested in or in agreement with the framing of moral good that the West claims for itself. kind of like similar to in line what I was talking about, the lecturing that the German foreign minister did to China after, you know what, well, the West generally, including Germany, but like, well, obviously Britain specifically did to China, and also what we as collectively, as Western countries, or I guess, well, global North is not correct, I would say, but like really as what was used to be called the West, or what used to be called first world countries, have done to non-first world countries, or well, third world countries, in order to create the situation we're in now. Is very advantageous to the rich European countries, to the US, to Australia, Japan, and a couple other countries who benefited greatly from this world order. Wait, so which one did I say? Okay, so military action that defines international law is sometimes justified. I would say disagree in terms of the question, but like I said, it's like all of these questions, there is massive amount of nuance you probably go into if you want to have a better understanding of your own thoughts on these topics. So I think I'll just quit it here. As always, I did not achieve anything. Oh, you know what? Let's do a little bit of Minecrafting at the end. Plant a tree. Everyone should plant a tree in their life. Or two. Let's see, what happens if I... How closely can I space these trees? That will be the experiment for the day. 3 in between? That seems like it's not gonna work out. Right. Would be cool if it does work. Right? Yeah, anyways, let me know what you think about these topics. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, let me hear your insights. Yeah, just give me feedback. I like hearing what you think. And I will see you in the next one, where maybe we do another let's watch the sun. There's so much stuff happening. Such a beautiful sundown though. But yeah, maybe in the next one more political compass question, and I'll throw in an unrelated political topic I've been thinking about, which I should take some notes on, but probably won't. Is that nice? Goodbye, sun. Goodbye. And yeah, with the last rays of the dimming sun. Is the sun dimming? I guess it's just going away, right? It's not even going away, right? We're kind of rotating. I mean, I think here it's relatively clear that, well, I guess it's not clear how the physics of this works. Either way, stay spooky, friends. I'll see you in the next one.